Bishop to d7, taking your rook, and check.
Oh yeah? Well, knight to d7, taking your bishop.
You think you wriggled your way out of that one? Just watch. Queen to b8, and check.
Aha! Well, curtains for you, Caroline. Knight to d8, taking your queen. Ha! See what you can do now.
One. You may have captured my queen, but you've also fallen into my trap. Rook to d8 and checkmate. Victory!
No! Well played.
Hey friends, give me a high five on my win. I guess this means I move one step further in the magnificent MiaPrep chess match for the millennium. I absolutely love chess because it requires foresight. You have to be 5 steps ahead of your opponent. And speaking of being ahead, today we're going to talk about how to get ahead in your college class planning by creating a college class calendar, concentrating on considerations, and consulting with counselors. You will learn how to exercise your foresight by planning out your class schedules for your full college journey, keeping financial and time considerations in mind, and learning who to consult with about your plan. Let's get started. Game on, play well. Our opening move begins with creating a college class calendar. For those who know their major, the university's website is an excellent place to start. Let's reuse UT Austin's website from our lesson in Unit 2 as an example again. Some colleges have online course roadmaps already designed that show students exactly what class they need to take every semester to graduate in 4 years. If there is no course roadmap available, you can search for or ask for a list of the required courses for the degree. Then you can design your own semester roadmap. If you are undecided on your major, you can still create a partial plan for a few semesters where you fulfill your Gen Eds first. As a reminder, Gen Eds stands for General Education Classes. No matter what degree you end up going for, these classes, like English, history, math, and science, will be required. You may also have to create an individualized course roadmap if you have special circumstances, such as double majoring, early or late graduation, or dual credit hours. For example, I double majored in college, which meant I had to make my own special 4-year plan to graduate on time. When creating your own calendar, you may have to take classes out of order because of scheduling difficulties. So, like me, you might be in a senior level class as a freshman or a sophomore. As mentioned in our last lesson, registering for rookies, you may need a signed form from the department chair or dean of the school to get into an upper level course. You might also have to find alternate classes that fulfill requirements for your degree in case your desired courses fill up. So, if you do need to create an individualized roadmap, how do you create it? Start by writing out all the required classes for your major and minor. Then, separate your prerequisites and co-requisites. Note when you need to take classes and if they need to be paired with another course. Don't forget to put in your Gen Eds and electives. Quick definition time for some of those words that you might not be familiar with. Prerequisites are required courses that must be completed before taking a more advanced course. For instance, English Composition 1 must be taken before English Composition 2. Co-requisites are courses that must be taken in conjunction with another course. Like Biology Lab 1 must be taken with Intro to Biology. Electives are courses that count towards your credits needed to graduate but are not required for your major. In order to receive your degree, you must have a certain number of class hours. Some of those classes can be ones outside of your major. For example, you could be majoring in marine biology, but take an elective in ancient Greek mythology. Sometimes, if you're double majoring, your required courses for one major can count as electives for your second major. And while we're on the subject of second, let's look at our second chess move of our college class planning, concentrating on considerations. As you're creating your calendar, there are several factors to keep in mind. If you're attending a smaller school, they may offer classes only on rotation. So, American History 1 may be only offered in fall semesters, while American History 2 is only in the spring. In even tinier schools, like the one I went to, some courses are only offered every other year. So you might also have to find alternate classes that fulfill requirements for your degree in case your first desired courses fill up. Another consideration is money. I know, it always comes back to money. Make it rain. Woo. Of course, in college, it might feel more like a drought than rain. So think about how much you can afford during certain years. Will your scholarships last 4 years? Are you going to pick up a job while in school to pay for classes? Another way to save money is to take gen eds and/or electives through community college. You can enroll in community college as a dual credit student in high school, or begin your college journey there and transfer to a 4-year university afterwards. Remember, a student who transfers from a community college still gets the same degree from their 4-year university as a student who went there from the beginning. However, the community college transfer student has probably paid less money. Additionally, you can take community college courses online or in the summer while you're at a traditional 4-year university. Not only can community college courses save you money, they can also save you time to help you graduate early. Just make sure you double check that your classes will transfer to your final university. Once you've decided on community college, online courses, and summer classes, add those into your college roadmap. Count all the credits to make sure you have enough at the end to get your degree. And since we're already counting, let's count a little bit more with the third chess move of our college class planning, consulting with counselors. Parents or guardians are a great resource, especially when dealing with the financial part. They can help you plan out your college class schedule with money in mind. An admissions counselor, department chair, or professor may also be able to offer guidance. Professors and department chairs will be able to speak more specifically to what classes will be required for your major. They can help you make sure that you don't accidentally leave out any, while admissions counselors can double check that all your gen ed requirements and necessary credit hours are fulfilled. One quick word of caution. Admissions counselors are people, and people make mistakes. Be sure that you double and triple check their work to make sure that you take your classes when you need to, especially if you are going to a small college with rotating courses. Special circumstances like double majoring, entering in a different semester, or early/late graduation can also confuse admissions counselors. For example, my friend Sammy was a transfer student. She was planning on graduating in the spring. She talked to an admissions counselor who accidentally mixed up her courses. When she was ready to sign up for her final semester, Sammy needed to take Spanish 2 in order to graduate. Unfortunately, Spanish 2 was only offered in the fall. Poor Sammy ended up having to stay an extra semester and pay more money for classes and housing. So, use your admissions counselor and other advisors, but also trust yourself and the awesome college class plan that you've developed. Thanks for helping me develop my winning chess strategy. Let's review your steps to a winning college class plan, including creating a college class calendar with designed roadmaps or individualized schedules, concentrating on considerations like finances and time, and consulting with counselors like your parents and guardians, admissions counselors, professors, and deans of the school. I've got to study my chess maneuvers while you review the engaging games and supplemental activities for this lesson to prepare for our next unit where we'll learn all about financial fun. Until then, keep constructing your college castle in the sky.
Hey, hey.